Sorry, I was on mute, guys. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry, I was on mute. I was speaking on mute. Okay, so what I have done, I've done two things. Okay, I have created data flows. I have created a standard gateway. Gateways are two types. Okay, personal gateway and standard gateway. Previously, they used to call premium gateway, but now they changed the name to standard gateway. Okay, so the standard gateway is the gateway which works for premium and pro users. Okay, personal gateway will work for free users also. It's only work for one user, and standard has a lot of benefits. If you go and create one another source, you will see like a test two, let's say test two gateway. You will see the sources, like how many sources it can connect. See, a lot of connections that are available. Okay, through that it will communicate and it will get the data. Gateway, it's a gate, it's a pipe to connect the source. Okay, so that's what it is. Now let's jump into our thing, data flow. So going here, going to workspaces, going to this workspace, create a new data flow. Okay, so I've created already two, but I'll show you how to create one. Okay, just creating a new entity. We'll see all the four, okay, but two other might not be possible. For that, you should have an analysis services, okay. Now, what was my source? Text file. What is the path? Let me go to the file, go to the Power BI, go to this. No, the sources. Where is the source? Yeah, this is the one. So how to check? Go to property and get the file path. We need to give full file path. Okay. So I'm coming here and do the backslash and take this name. Okay. Now automatically it will take the gateway. See, there is a admin standard gateway. Okay. So, and this I'm authenticating using Windows authentication. This is my password that by default it has taken. Okay. Now click OK. So what it will do, through online it will connect to my computer. Okay. Through online it will connect to my computer. Guys, this is actually a data lake. Okay. Backend Power BI, they have attached the data lake. Okay, that's what I understand by reading some blogs. Okay, you will come to know, you will experience that. Okay, see, this is a file. Let's do the transform. Now, what is this? This is a file name, right? So let's use the file name CSV. It won't allow dots. Okay, instead put -. So whatever the transformation you want to do, you can do. The date is date, open is open, everything is fine. Okay. Now save and close. So it's validating now. This is the way to create the entity. So enter the name. Again, this name is already existed. So -1, let's give the file. So this is how it is to create the gateway. Okay, you can refresh. Let's say if I go and edit that part Apple part1.csv, the latest data will be updated. Okay, now what is the use of creating entity? You can connect this entity into your Power BI. And what is the benefit? What is the benefit? It is a common source. One gateway connection serve for multiple people. So that is the benefit. Okay, it is a one-stop shop. Okay, for multiple users to use the same one. Okay, if anybody wants to tweak something, Yes, they can do that. How? Using the linked entity. They cannot edit this directly, but they can create a linked entity. They can create the reference how you do inside the query editor. The same way you can create the linked entity, and you can you can do some transformations. Okay, on top of that. So there was a problem in the data refresh, failed. Reason? Okay. So anyway, so this is the data flow. Now let's use the data flow inside the Power BI as a source. Without gateway also we can create. Okay, we have created a date table using DAX. Do you know we can also create the date table in query editor? If you are excited, I'll show you. Guys, we have created so far date table using DAX functions, using calendar auto. Okay, let me open the yesterday one. This work one. Okay, this was a yesterday file, still loading. If you see here, we have three tables. Okay, dim customer, dim due date, okay, fact internet sales. But if I go inside, and transform data, I can see only two tables. Why? The dim date table is created using DAX. So that is the reason it is not available. You cannot see in the back end backwards. Okay, that is somewhere in the next step. That will come in the next step. Okay, query is a different entity. You cannot see this that in the back. Okay, so dim date is created here in this data, and using create new table. See, order date duplicate. Okay, what happened? Yeah, because we created yesterday some relationships, extra relationship. Okay, so to understand this, use relationship, guys. So use relationship is an efficient way to reduce the data. Otherwise, you have to create a new additional table and make a relationship with other key. So yesterday we have seen we were able to create. Did we create any visual and see the difference? Okay, let's create some. But before that, let me delete this so that you can understand. Okay, we'll come back to the data flow. Okay, we'll come back to the data flow to create without gateway. Some functionality you might not require a gateway. I'll tell you why and how, guys. So this is the dim due date and fact internet sales and dim customer. Okay, without gateways, without this connection, we will not be able to create the proper visuals that we have already experienced. But now I would like to show some difference. Okay, with the due date and with order date. Okay, I would like to analyze some sales. Okay, let's go to visuals and create some. Okay, internet sales order. See, sales amount. I would like to add sales amount. Sales amount by due date. Let's take a due date column in the axis. Okay, so now okay, so this is the one it is. Okay, now let's quickly jump in and copy the same table, paste it somewhere. And this time I would like to see order date instead of due date. Are we coming, both are coming from same table? Let's see. Yeah, so ideally we should not take this due date from the fact table. Instead, we should take the date from dim due date. Okay, let's change this to date key. Okay, so that you will get some extra benefit. So let's take this and take out this. This time we should be able to use an order date. Okay, but this time the data, the keys. Actually, we should not use keys from the fact table. Okay, that is the first thing everybody should understand. Okay, but we don't have a date again to connect with the order date. Okay, but yeah. So let's take, instead of sales amount, we can take order number, something like that. Okay, for this, because this will work with order information. If I take this date, okay, but actually this is not the right information. We need to, I mean, test the data. Okay, just take one of the month, year, and just calculate, go back and see whether they are coming correctly or not. But ideally this will not be the right one. Why? Because I'm checking with the orders by making a relationship with the due date. If you see here, the relationship with this is due date, but I'm checking the orders. With the due date, you cannot check the orders. For that, you should have a separate thing. Okay, separate key, which is an order key, order date relationship. Okay, and you make this relationship and use a use relationship function to get the uh, right visual. Okay, this will take, I mean, little focus, but guys, you try them. Let me know if you still face any issues, but ideally that is not the right relationship. Okay, due date will be with due related information, order related information with order key, shipped information with shipped key. Right, you agree or not? Otherwise, how you make a connection between due information to our order information? That will not make sense, right? So that should be one of the key information that everybody should understand. To avoid that, we will use this alternate efficiency. Instead of making a duplicate table and create another relationship with another key, instead of that you can use inactive relationship. But when can you active? Using use relationship. Okay, function. Use relationship is a DAX function, and you can use that and activate that and use it to get the right data. Okay, let me see how can I do that. Okay, I need somewhere syntax.
So Mahendra, one small thing.
Yep.
So you mean to say in my fact table, if there are two dates, I
Mm-hmm.
can connect two dates to a single column in the calendar.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
because this is an universal table. Date table is a universal table. Why we need date? We want to slice and dice based on some columns that we have. This is a new dimensions that we have created to understand our data facts. like I want month by month number by month name. So those all things you will not be available. But if you create, this table size will be very big. Okay, to avoid that we will create this table. Okay, but this date is a generic date. Okay, to have a right connection with the right information, you should have a right keys. Okay, creating relationship is also one of the key important key thing in the modeling part.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so just try with this, but this is what I would like to tell you. But yeah, let me create a use relationship function to activate the relationship and give another visual. Okay, so we have used this with calendar for what? Sales orders. Okay, but let me duplicate and we will use another function. Okay, let's do this. Okay, by default it will here. So what I'll do, I'll use the same, but this time what I'll use relationship function, DAX function I will use. Okay, so let's create a relationship. How I can create a relationship? Go to this. Okay, create create a new measure. Where is that new measure? Okay, just click on any of the table. Let's try. Okay, if you don't see anything, just click on that so that the columns will come. So when you see the column thing there, you can see a new column. Okay, but I want this, so let's create a new measure. The measure name is use relationship. Okay, use relationship. Use rel is equal to you calculate. So we should use with the calculate. Okay, we'll come to the calculate. Okay, but what I want to take here. Okay, sum of internet sales amount. Sales amount. Yeah, sales amount, comma. Now use the use relationship. Use relationship between two columns. Okay, one is dim date and the fact internet sale due date. Okay, dim date. Okay, dim due date, comma, fact internet sales due date. Yeah, too many augments for some. Oh yeah, only I passed one, right? So some of this, some of the sales amount, but additionally okay, let me try with some x. Ideally that should work with some sales amount in the table fact cannot be determined. Why so? Ideally it should work with some as per my. This is not working that time. We have due date here in the dim due date, and
Yeah. In that place only, before some expression should be completed first. You have to put close brackets, right?
yeah, yeah. Okay, great, great. Thanks. Yes, perfect. Thanks, RK. Yeah, so the thing is was sum should be closed here itself, sum of this column, and then comma additionally I'm using a use relationship to make a relationship between two columns. Okay, this is the column now. Now if you go and check this sales amount in the other table, just this by due date. Okay, what was the columns that we have selected for this? Okay, dim date, date column from date, and sales amount. Okay, but where is the due date? Due date is this. Okay, order date. Okay, but what is the difference that I can show you here is order date. Okay, we'll come to this. I mean, I don't want to make you confused, but the intent was to make you show the difference between this sales amount with the two different keys. Okay, but here I could not see any other key. Due date key is there. Due date is there. Was one stable. Okay, we should not use that. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back to this anyway. Just hold this. But now let me jump into data flows. Okay. Okay, we will come to this part later. But the efficient way is to use the use relationship. Okay, create a measure of sales amount. Here, if you see, this one is connected with due date, and this one is connected with the order date. So order date, the sales amount will be differ, and due date, the sales amount will be differ. So that was my intent. Okay. So yeah, right. So okay. So this
So,
was
Mahendra,
just,
one small thing.
yep.
Can we create a relationship between two tables
Mm-hmm.
on two different dates
Mm-hmm.
without creating a relation in the data model and just using relate function?
No, see, otherwise, how it can understand? It will verify the, use relationship will verify the inactive relationship, whether the inactive relationship is available or not.
How do you differentiate between inactive and active relationship?
Yeah, good question. So, if you see this, um, let me open my tool. Okay. Yeah, if you see this, there is a dots. Okay, this dot will tell you a inactive relationship.
Okay, got you.
Okay, this is the active relationship, the original one. Okay. So yeah, you create the inactive relationship as many inactive relationship as you can, and then use the use relationship. Okay, let me come to this. So the intent was clear. Okay, I'll tell you sales amount with the uh, date. Okay, now we have used the date like that, but what is the difference? The order. Okay.
So, the one small thing,
Mhm.
how about merging two columns with a flag and then creating a bridge and then connecting it to master? Is that the right practice?
Yeah, so previously what happened, there was no many to many relationship. So that time, what we used to do is we used to get the unique dates from here, unique dates from here, and we used to merge in a new column, and then we should create one. I mean, we in between. See, now to avoid many to many relationship, what we used to do previously, we used to create one new column which unique values from this table and unique value from this table and put it here and create a relation between this table and another to this table. Okay, that's how we used to do. Okay, I'll tell you again. So to avoid that, now Power BI introduced maybe in the November 2020 or somewhere, they come up with this many to many relationship. Okay, what Power BI will do, inside Power BI there will be a unique table, but that will not be exposed to us. So that's the reason they're trying to connect between many to many relationship, and that will be both directional. Yes, even if you want now also you can do it. But that is not a good
Okay.
practice. That is not a good practice because unnecessary or wastaging the resources.
So what I am saying, in that case, there is no many-to-many relationship. What I'm saying is,
Mm-hmm.
you create so you create one table which is concatenation of fact internet sales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you connect a due date, and you create a flag called hard code a flag called due date,
Mm-hmm.
and then union fact internet sales, and order date, and create a flag called order date.
Mm-hmm.
So you will create concatenate both the columns. Okay.
So concatenate in the sense by
Union,
side.
union
Okay.
both the columns, and then after that create and then connect to the dim due date.
Right.
Is
You
that
can
okay?
you can you can concatenate as many tables as possible, but the problem is you will have a lot of duplicacy in the data. So that is the reason we follow this relationship.
Okay, okay, got you. Duplication will create a problem.
Yeah,
Correct,
a
got it.
lot of
Thank
duplication. Yeah,
you.
to avoid that, to save this memory, to make it efficient data, we will go with the relationship.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. And now the difference is what? What is the difference here? I have used this and the visualization part. I've used the date and the sales amount. Okay, but sales amount with the relationship, use relationship. Where is the measure that measure? We will remove. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll remove all of them to confuse. Control C, Control V, and this is the one. Okay, what is this? This is with sales amount. Okay, the fact sales amount, but we have created one measure. Okay, so I'll take the measure here. This is the column. Okay, but let's see with the measure how it looks like. So where is the measure? What is the measure? That is the reason we should maintain a separate table. Okay, I'm not sure where did I create the measure. What was that? Use rail. Yeah, so that you should be put in the, see, almost looks same, huh? 68, 68, 52. Okay, but here it's looks same, but in other case it will not be the same. Okay, somebody is shorting or what? Suresh taking screenshots. Okay, so that's what. um, yeah, we'll come to this anyway. I might making you confused. The intent was clear with measure with column value. Okay, I just want to show the difference, but here I could not able to because of sales amount with the due date. It is actually the due amount. but every time it's a sales amount. What else we can take? Okay, I'll come to this anyway. Okay, now this looks equal. Basically, there is no active relationship in active relationship concept. It's not working. I need to go with the fact right column. I'm not getting what I have written here, but I should have take sales amount. Do we have any order amount? Unit price, because to differentiate between the order and the sales, but actually I have only sales amount. Okay, anyway, let come to that tomorrow. Let's quickly jump into this data flow. Okay, to avoid that, yes, we can add that in the data flow also. It was not clear for me what I have written. So the next agenda is like to connect this file into Power BI. What is this file? This is a data flow. Okay, how to get the data flow into Power BI? Go to sources. Let's close this. Here you see Power BI data flows. Okay. Yesterday we discussed between data sets and data flows. Data sets also can be shared, but the difference is something different. Okay, here you need to sign in with your organization. Okay. My organization was, oh, no, this another dot b at Power Edu 23 on Microsoft.com. On Microsoft.com. Okay, Power Edu. Sorry. Password. అవును దాన్ని అప్రూవ్ చేయబా పైన నీకు అప్రూవ్ అని వస్తుంది చూడ అప్రూవ్ చేయి ఫాస్ట్ నా ఫోన్లో కాదు నీ ఫోన్లా పైన వస్తుంది ఒకటి ఆ పాపప్ వస్తుంది తీసుకురా పైన ఒకటి మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అథెంటికేటర్ నుంచి పాపప్ వస్తుంది అప్రూవ్ అని మొన్న చేస్తావు కదా వస్తుంది ఓకే నువ్వు డాటా ఆన్ చేయలే ఓకే సో విల్ డూ వన్ థింగ్ you get a different way. Okay, ask me to send a text. Okay, now I'll enter a text here. Yeah, I got this text. 956501. Okay, this is a two-way authentication. Okay, nowadays it's mandatory for everybody. Okay, now it's got authenticated. Let's connect. What is the intent here? We are connecting to the data flow which we have created inside the data flows. So difference between data flow and Power Query Editor is Power Query Editor is not required the gateway in the first time. Okay, but while data flow, you should create the gateway first and then create the data flow. Okay, that is the difference because that is online. So this is offline. First you create the offline, see all the data flows that are available. I can see here. I can connect. Okay, open it this up. See, these are the entities. Okay, inside entity you will have tables. Okay, what is the difference between entity and a table? Entity is a logical term, but this is the physical one. Why this is empty? Yeah, sometimes this is a problem you will face. You need to see why it was empty. Ideally that should not be empty. I see that there is a refresh failed. In the real time directly you can push to admin so that they'll check. Okay, that is the thing. Here I am able to see the data. Okay, it's loading. Okay, see running. It will tell you the how much CPU utilization, everything that will tell you. This is because in the Azure VM it runs. Okay, it will run in the Azure VM, so everything you can see. Okay, now you can see the data, but here when it comes to here, why it's not there? Process. Okay, I'll come to that tomorrow. Where are we? But no data is refresh. See, vice versa. I'm going back to the cloud and getting to my desktop and create some reports and push back to Power BI service. That is what my intent. But the problem is no data. The problem is no data. Why no data? Here we can see the data. Cancel, close. We need to see the why it's failed. Okay. Status error failed. There was a problem refreshing your data flow. Could not be provided a date value. Oh my god, okay. Okay, the gateway is running perfectly. Yeah, this is this is one of the most commonly faced issue. Okay, this is one of the most commonly faced issue in the real time. But what we need to check to go to data set settings. Schedule refresh. Okay, refresh now. Will that go? It's not going directly to. Yeah, I'm expecting to see this. Okay, the gateway is running up and running. That is perfectly fine. This is a path. Okay, granted the access. I'm just checking what is the issue, why it's got failed. We'll talk to this enhanced computing engine. Okay. Failed. Why that is got failed? See, ideally, I don't have any access related issues, but still it is facing because of what it was telling me.
You have keep your data up to date. That should be on.
Where is that?
Schedule refresh.
No, I'm not set the schedule refresh. Schedule refresh means it's whenever that clock reaches in particular time, it will automatically run. That is called schedule refresh. No scheduling alarm. It's a kind of alarm run. Okay, every day 6 o'clock, this job will be triggered automatically. That is called schedule refresh. But this is a manual refresh. Okay, we are doing manual refresh, but still I'm getting the issue. I'm just checking why. What is this error? What the error is saying that error message is pipeline execution. We could not parse the input provided as a date value. Okay, so it's saying some date value inside the data set. Do we have any date inside the entity? No, we don't have any. We have date now. Okay, but let's see what exactly there inside the data flow. We need to check the data type. Whether the data type is date or not. Yeah, this is perfectly date. But why that is unable to pass this as a date? So this is how the issues will come. Where was this? What I'll do, I can just copy this, then Google. That is the first task everybody should do if you get any error. Data flow. We could not pass the input. Yeah, see, 24th May, March 2020, somebody has raised this issue. Same. Somebody answered. Change the date.